नमस्ते बच्चों, दिस इज शिशिर सौरभ, teacher in USCD DAV Public School Maharajganj. Today we are going to discuss the next topic in the chapter acid, bases and salts. Today our topic is what is pH and what is its importance in our day-to-day life. Okay, so let us come on to our today's topic. Now, what is a pH? pH is a value which can represent the strength of an acid or a base. This pH is represented in a scale or in a representation that is known as your pH scale. Okay, so let us see what is a pH scale. A scale for measuring H plus ion or hydrogen ion concentration in an aqueous solution, that is known as your pH. Okay, so it basically measure the amount of hydrogen ion produced by an aqueous solution. As you can see, the P in pH stands for potenge, which is a German word which means power. So this pH scale can also be represented or can be said as power of hydrogen ion of an aqueous solution. Okay, so this scale can measure the pH from 0, that is very acidic, to 14, that is very alkaline, and 7, that is a neutral solution. Okay, now let us see what happened to the change or to the pH when there is different solution. If a solution have pH equal to 7, then that solution is regarded as a neutral solution. If a solution has pH greater than 7, then it is a basic solution. If a solution has pH less than 7, then it is regarded as a acidic solution. Now let us see how they are represented in a scale. Here I have a general pH scale whose values lies from 0 to 14. You can see it will increases from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 14. Okay, so you'll see in the 7 here, you will see that if a substance is having pH equal to 7, then it is known as a neutral solution. If the pH of a solution moves from 7 to 0, means almost 0, then it will be an acidic solution. If the pH of a substance changes from 7 to 14, then it will be an basic solution. Now what are called an acidic solution? Those solution which can produce H plus ion. So what happen if there is increase in acidic nature, then there is increase in H plus ion, and that is known as hydrogen ion concentration. Okay, so what happened to the basic solution? So basic solution is just opposite of your hydrogen ion, means there is decrease in H plus ion concentration. Okay, so what happened, you see here there is a square bracket. A square bracket means whatever in the square bracket, that is represented as a concentration. So see, increase in this square bracket is there, so concentration of OH minus ion, so it is read as OH minus concentration. Okay, OH minus ion concentration. Now let us see what happen if the acid or base are diluted. So the effect of pH on dilution of acids and bases. So on dilution of an acid, okay, the pH of the solution increases. Okay, if acid is diluted, the pH of the solution increases. So on diluting a base, the pH of the solution decreases. Okay, so these are just opposite of each other. On dilution of acid, the pH increases, whereas on dilution of base, the pH decreases. Now let us see how to determine the pH of a solution by pH paper. Now the question arises, what is a pH paper? These pH paper are normal paper. They are produced by dipping inside your universal indicator. Okay, so when this universal indicator containing the paper is dried, it will form a paper that is known as your pH paper. So you can say it is the another form of your universal indicator, or you can say dry form of universal indicator. Now see, here I have six columns here. In first there is serial number, name of solution, color of the pH paper, pH range, nature of the solution, hydrogen ion concentration and OH ion concentration. So there I have taken the few examples. Just is, for example, HCl and HNO3. These are the two acids. When they are added to the pH paper, the color of the pH paper will become red. Okay, it indicates that the pH will lies between 0 to 1. Okay, we cannot say the exact pH, but rather we can say the range of the pH, means it will lies between somewhere between 0 to 1. Now what is the nature of the solution? The nature of the solution is highly acidic, means it depends, it is a strong acid. Now what is the concentration of H plus ion? So this is a very strong acid, so concentration of H plus ion is very high and concentration of OH minus ion is very low. Now the question arises, why low? Because as you know that when water splits, it will split into H plus ion and OH minus ion. So although there is a increase in H plus ion, but at the same time there is also OH minus ion also. Now you will see the second type, that is lemon, tomato, coffee, soda. Okay, so when these are added to the pH paper, you will observe these, either of these two color, either it will be orange or yellow. It indicates that the pH of these substance will lies between 2 to 6. Okay, it indicates that the nature of the solution is acidic and these are known as weak acids. Now what about the H plus ion concentration? H plus ion concentration, here also it will be high, but not high as compared to the strong acid. Now what about the OH minus ion concentration? Here it will be slightly low, not very low. Okay, now let us see the third type, where distilled water and NaCl is used. Distilled water and NaCl is a salt. When their solution is added to the pH paper, the color changes to green color. It indicates the pH exactly lies on the 7. Okay, here the pH is exactly 7. Now what is the nature of the solution? This indicates that the nature of the solution is neutral and whatever the H plus ion is there, the same amount of OH minus ion will be there. So here it will be written equal and equal. These two are the present in the same amount. Now let us see another example, seawater, blood, baking soda. In these cases, when they are added to the pH paper, it will change its color to blue color. It indicates that here the pH range is between 8 to 10. And the nature of the solution, what about the nature of the solution? Here the solution is alkaline, or you can say weak base. Okay, what about the H plus ion? Since it is a base, so it is a low. And what about OH minus ion? Since it is a base, so it will be high obviously, so it will be higher here. Now sodium hydroxide, ammonia, soap water, when these are added to your pH paper, the color changes from dark blue or violet. It indicates that the pH range lies between 11 to 14. Okay, so what about the nature of the solution? Here it indicates that the solution is highly alkaline in nature because it is a strong base. What about the H plus ion? H plus ion, here it will be low, and OH minus ion, since it is a very strong base, so here OH minus ion concentration will be very high. Now let us see some of the applications of our pH and what are its application in our daily life. Now let us see some of the applications of pH in our daily life. The first application is pH in our digestive system. Okay, so pH level of our body regulates our digestive system. Our stomach produces HCl acid which help in digestion. That we know from the biology, that whenever our food is inside our stomach, then it will secrete hydrochloric acid for digestion. During indigestion, what happens? The stomach produces more acid and causes pain and irritation. Because what happens? The food is not digested, so rather it will start melting the inner portion of our stomach. So to get rid of this pain, people uses antacid, which is a mild base like milk of magnesia, that is magnesium hydroxide, and also baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate, to neutralize the excess acid and we get the relief. So why this is happening? Because our acid HCl, it will react with the base and the product is your salt and water. So by this way it will neutralize the acidity of our stomach. Now let us see the another application of our pH. The next application is as a self-defense mechanism by plants and animals. Okay, so what happen? You'll see bee sting or Nestle sting. You see honeybee sting or Nestle is a plant which contain a methanoic acid which causes pain and irritation. When you are going to touch this Nestle sting, or whenever your bee is going to sting you, then what happen? You will feel pain and irritation in that part of our body. So why you will feel that irritation? Because they will release an acid that is known as your methanoic acid in our body. So when we use an weak base like baking soda, we get the relief due to neutralization of the acid. Why? Again the same thing. What happened? This is an acid, it will react with the base, the product will be salt and water. So by this we can feel relief. Now the next application of pH is pH of water bodies. When the pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is known as your acid rain. When these acidic rain flows into river, they will also get acidic, which causes the threat to the survival of aquatic animal living in it. Generally what happen, you will see the river is having certain acidity. Okay, so if we are going to increase the acidity of that particular river, what happen, those microorganisms or those aquatic animal which are living in that river, they will face problem of survival. Okay, so let us come on to the next application, that is pH of soil. So plant required a specific range of pH for their healthy growth. As you know that for every plant there is a different pH. Okay, some they will grow in acidic medium, some they will grow in basic medium, some they will grow in neutral medium. If the pH of the soil of any particular place is less or more than normal, then the farmer will add suitable fertilizer to it. Suppose if the pH is less, he will add the acidic fertilizer. If he will pH is more, then he will add the basic fertilizer. So ultimately he will manage the pH of the soil by adding suitable fertilizer according to its needs. Okay, the next application is pH of our body. Our body function between the range of pH, that is 7 to 7.8. And not only body, all living organisms can survive only in a very small range of pH. Okay, so what happened, most of the, if there is a large fluctuation or large change in pH, we will feel our survival. Okay, the next important application of pH is pH change act as a cause of tooth decay. So what happened, you see, tooth decay start when the pH of mouth is lower than 5.5. Tooth enamel made of calcium phosphate. Okay, this calcium phosphate is the hardest substance in our body and does not dissolve in water, but corrodes, or you can say dissolve, when pH is less than 5.5 due to the acid produced by degradation of food particles remaining in the mouth by the bacteria, especially at the night time. That's why it is advised that, so while eating you have to brush your teeth immediately after eating. What happen, otherwise the food particle which will struck in your mouth, they will cause the degradation of your enamel. Okay, so that's why it is advised to take brush immediately after taking food. So what happen, if you will brush the teeth by using toothpaste, which is generally basic in nature, it can neutralize the excess acid and prevent tooth decay. So what happen, if you are using the toothpaste is generally basic in nature, it contains some basic components. So ultimately what happen, it will neutralize the acidic nature of your food, and ultimately your tooth will be safe. Now here are some of the questions related to the topics which I have taught today. Please go through these questions and write the answers of this question in your homework notebook. Please